Hey guys, welcome back to Podcast from a Shower. I've taken a couple weeks off from doing the show. I feel terrible about it, so I'm happy to be back. There's some big changes going on, as you can see. I upgraded the studio a little bit. I've got this great light to accentuate my features. Got the microphone going now. I've got a great stand to hold my camera. Audio-wise, I don't really have a lot of changes. It's the same setup. Oh, it's hot. Oh, that's really hot. Oh, that's too hot. Okay. So that has been exciting. Oh, I should mention the other big change is that I trimmed my chest hair quite a bit. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys think it's a good look or not. If it makes me look fatter or not, I don't know. Who knows, right? So anyway, that's kind of what's been going on in my life. Oh, I almost forgot. There's one more addition to the show that I'm really, really psyched on. Let me just get my hair wet really quick. Just get my hair wet. It doesn't matter that my hair is wet, but it does. So this just came in the mail, and I'm super stoked on it. Here we go. The hard part is getting it on. For those of you just listening in the audio form, I'm getting on a white poncho. And it's no ordinary white poncho because it has a Supreme logo! Woohoo! Yeah! Super cool, right? Now I can stay nice and dry while doing my podcast and look cool at the same time. So I'm super stoked on this. I've been wanting this for the podcast for a while. It dropped with, it was a gift that came if you bought anything from Supreme the first week of their store dropping this fashion season. And anyway, there was nothing I really wanted to buy, so I just bought a pair of socks, and they sent this with it. And I'm so glad that I made that decision, so I feel really good about it. I mostly just wanted to show it off. There you go, that's for the YouTube thumbnail. I'm going to take it off now because the sound of the water hitting it is pretty annoying. But I'm pretty excited about it. So, there you go. So, believe it or not, me getting that was not the biggest news of the week this week. In case you haven't heard, there's something going around called the coronavirus. Oh. And it's a weird dealio. It's weird because it's disrupting life quite a bit, and it's not really like it's hard to see like why, you know, and that's what makes it kind of weird. This is like a really bad comparison, but I was thinking about like September 11th. Like, I was just a little kid when that happened. But, like, you understood, like, why life was disrupted because you could actually see what happened. You know, there was, like, tangible damage that occurred and destruction and terror and all that. And in this case, I live in Central Florida right now. And I'm under 30. I'm 27. So it's hard to see exactly what the danger is. It's not visible. But I think we're being told, I'm going to get out of the view of the camera really quick to scrub down below. But we're being told that it's going to get worse. And I think that's freaky. But like I was saying, like really like the upsetting thing is like how disrupting it is to everyday life. Like I said, I live in Central Florida. I live right outside of Orlando. And it's crazy how much like even here, things are, like, not the same. And I've only been here for a little bit. I've been here for, like, 2 or 3 months. But, like, this last weekend, I'm recording this podcast on Tuesday, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. But this last weekend, on Sunday, they closed down Disney World. And they said it would be for a couple weeks. I'm thinking it might be longer, though. And that was kind of weird. I really wanted to go before they closed it down. So I got a ticket, and I went on Saturday. And there's like just this crazy weird energy there. Like it was like a feeling like I had never felt before. Like you could feel like a lot of people's disappointment that their vacations were going to be ending shorter than they expected. And I think there were some people who were a little scared too. I mean, obviously they weren't scared enough to not be there, but there was some anxiety there. I could feel it. I don't know. I did something today that was kind of weird. Like, where I live, I live like in a weird dealio. I live like in a vacation home in this big complex. I got some soap in my eye. Let me just get that out real quick. In like this big vacation home complex, I just rent a room from this dude. And so there's a pool in the middle of our complex. It's pretty nice. It's fun to hang out there. And it was actually really hot today, so I was like, man, it would feel so good to hop in the pool for a second. So I did, but it felt risky to do that. Like it felt like I actually was like a little bit concerned, and obviously there was social distancing going on there and whatnot. But I actually had to look up online whether or not it was safe to go to the pool. And what I read was that it's safe because the chlorine can kill the virus and whatnot. So we're good there. Nothing to worry about. But the fact that I had to worry about it for like a split second was a little, made me a little off balance. So I'll tell you guys the story that happened. So where I work, they've asked everybody to work from home if possible. And that's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to maintain my focus and stuff. So it was kind of weird. It felt like we were preparing for like a natural disaster, because before they sent everybody home yesterday, my boss came in and she's like, "Hey, just so you know, I think this situation is going to get worse, and I think you guys are probably going to be confined to your homes for a little bit. So I'm excusing you right now to go to the grocery store to buy groceries." And it was like, whoa, like it was really thoughtful of her to do that in the first place. But like the fact that somebody had to think about that was like a little troubling. It was a little weird. It was a little out there, and it just made me like realize the magnitude of this. Okay, and I'm probably not going to have time to get to questions tonight. I appreciate those of you who got to it. I want to conclude my thoughts today with kind of like with something that a good friend of mine said. I'll link to his Instagram post about this. His name's Blake Wynn. He's a really amazing kid. He's like barely like 20 years old. He's probably already a millionaire. He lives in Las Vegas. I got to meet him. It was kind of a funny story how we met. I met him when I was working at Foot Locker in college. And then like a year later, he and I were working together doing a project for the Los Angeles Chargers. So it was kind of just a weird circumstance of events that led us to kind of know each other a little bit. I hope he remembers who I am. But he just talked about just the power of staying positive through all this, and I thought he had a really good point. Like, this is like a really good time to do the things that you wanted to do, you know. Like for me, like I really want to be like a content creator. Like I want to be someone who can make a living or just enjoy themselves creating content for other people. That's why I do these podcasts. That's why I'm on the Facer Podcasting Network with shows like Life of Leland, which is coming live next time, and Breaking Free, which is a Disney Channel original movie podcast. Anyway, to summarize Blake's points, there's really no better time to do that than now, because we're all confined to our homes, and it's going to be so hard to maintain positivity and to really, you know, find productive ways to use this time. And this is what I'm trying to do. Is I'm trying to reinvigorate myself with this interest of creating content and creating stuff that people like. So really appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm going to wrap it up. We're almost near the 10-minute mark. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, you can like, comment, subscribe on social media. We're on all the social medias. I appreciate all my friends for tuning in. Stay positive. Wash your hands. Wash your genitals. Do all that, okay? Be safe. Love you guys. I'm going to dry off my hands and wish you goodbye.